Hey there everyone, this is Slayfrick. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 2. Today we're going to be face Ardalin and Wilhelm. We may want to do some shopping and try to get as much optimized equipment as we can. Like, super decorous people out, because this fight is going to be hell, kind of decked out. Like, everyone needs to be wearing the best thing they can. What is the best thing you can wear? Coder dye? Really? That's the best you have access to? Pure plate's the best thing you have access to. Alright, next thing. Heat Apis, only useful on you. You already have it. Salads. Man. This fight's going to suck. Alright, this fight is the fight we're going to get in is probably the most difficult fight I know of in the entire game. I'm gonna want to try a few things to see if they work, but this is seriously not an easy ordeal we have to go through. First of all, let's move Linda to the... No, that wouldn't help at all. Oh man. Today we're going to be facing the boss of Ardalin and Wilhelm, and you may already tell that I've tried to first take it. This fight is supremely difficult. It is the hardest fight in the main game, in my opinion, is this Ardalin and Wilhelm fight. What makes it so hard is that they already take normal physical damage, so Dampen doesn't actually weaken them at all. But more onto the fights as we get into it. Let's have a little bit of backstory concerning Ardalin and Wilhelm's origin and stuff. So it starts us off with our characters walking towards the door, then the Ardalin and Wilhelm music will start playing. And Wilhelm saying, despite his countless amount of warnings, you came. There will be consequences. He takes aim, proving he's no idle threat, and he isn't. Many years ago, a peerless war magus challenged this forest. Another voice echoes the area, breaking the tension between you and the gunner. This war magus had skilled companions, Wilhelm, Scylla, a few others, and their progress in the labyrinth was smooth. They passed the first, second, and then they reached the frozen grounds. And she's recounting this memory. And here she lost her life in the forest. She being Scylla. Protecting her comrades, Ardalin, Wilhelm, maybe some others. Her smooth facade begins to tremble, and she stops there, trying to contain her sorrow. The old marksman takes up the story thread for her. If it ended there, it would be one of many such tales. And essentially, he's going to tell us that the Overlord, the ruler of the heavens, gave Scylla eternal life after she died. Well, became fascinated with her soul after she died, giving her eternal life after a fashion. But what this Overlord calls eternal life is to give up your hold on humanity. This is important later. The Overlord's gift turned out to be an inhuman fiend, Scylla, as we know her. We can't abandon her and leave her to die. Ardalin and Wilhelm still have faith in Scylla, still love Scylla as their teammates, and thus do not want us to interfere with Scylla. So that is why we have to fight them. She brandishes her staff. Our journey ends here. The song continues and we enter the fight. Meet Ardalin and Wilhelm. This is probably the hardest fight of the main game ever. This is the hardest fight I've ever had to do in EO2. So far. Like, I've beaten the main game, like, once, and then I came to do this up here. So, it's essentially, from my experience, this is the hardest fight in EO2. At least from what I experience right now. There might be a post-game boss that's going to drive my opinions elsewhere, but otherwise, these two are pretty damn tough. Now, I prefer to take out Wilhelm first because he's a powerhouse, but it's not easy to determine. Let's go ahead and send the Brevant over to Eric's way. Stoneheart, we can't use Stoneheart on anyone other than ourselves. I'm gonna send the Brevant over on Eric. Boost the damage that Bait does, hopefully. Bait is going to be our primary attack. It's the strongest one we have against these two. Evil Eye has a small chance of landing, and Dampen won't do anything to these two, as they already take normal damage from physical attacks. And we're going to be sending a fire shot and see where that gets me. Eric bounces 178. Alright, 172. Eric did not bounce a third time. 53. Yeah, as you can see, my ass has pretty much already been kicked. And I have barely left a scratch on them. This is a terrible fight. I don't even know if you can escape. See if we can escape. Yeah, you're unable to run from this battle. This fight is a kick in the face to any any Etrian Odyssey player, and for me to pass this fight requires an obscene amount of luck, well-placed items, and it's just a hard-ass fight. It's not an easy one. This is the fight that's going to be like, oh hey, you thought this game was difficult? Fuck you too. And it just ramps up the difficulty up to probably the maximum of the entire main game. This is the hardest fight in the main game, I swear. It is. These two are really hard to hurt. Let's go ahead and see if there's any extra items I can get that can possibly help me during the fight. This is gonna take a while. This fight is... it's one you have to learn. It's not a fight anyone would technically be used to. Like, I don't know any other game that pulls off a stunt as mean as this fight is. I mean, this fight is, like, the pinnacle of the game. It's the hardest part of this game, is this one fight. I think this fight's harder than Scylla. I think this fight's harder than the Colossus. I think this fight is harder than Overlord, but Overlord is pretty easy, so screw that. It's just... this fight is, kind of hellish. No such luck. Anna's killed before she can do anything. You got close to... if you can kill one of them, the fight is immensely easier. So what can I do? I can kill Hellion again for a quick boost of EXP. Easy enough. Alright, killed Hellion, hopefully getting us good boost of EXP, good enough to get a few levels, that's great. Let's allocate these levels into places that are meaningful. Let's see, Gandra. Go into All Slash. Anna. Could get our second level in Damage or our first level in Revenge. Let's get our first level in Revenge. That could help us immensely during the Ardalan and Wilhelm fight. And as for you, Jason, you can get your last level in Wild Shot. So, walk back and forth between these two spots. Level 1 Revenge. Yeah, now that we have Dampen at level 1, I'm going to start working on Revenge. Level 1 Revenge isn't going to be super useful, though. We have 230 HP. 229 of it is taken out by damage floors in the second stratum. So let us use this to our advantage. Go ahead and sling a bunch of attacks. Use Bait, use Warcry, use Revenge, and use Ricochet, and see where this gets us. Eric gets hit, Bait misses. Gander gets hit, Bait misses again. This is frustrating. Revenge is like 232 or something like that. That's very nice. Let's see. Good damage. Cure 3, Medica 2. Yes, Cure 3, Medica 2. Tornado. Revenge. Ricochet. And is knocked out. 274. That's really good damage. Eric's dead. Go ahead and use our Nectol this turn. Alright, we killed Winhelm now. So that is important. That was extremely necessary. Now all we have to do is worry about Ardoland. And that shouldn't be too nearly as big of a deal. Alright, so get a Medica 2 on yourself, a Medica 2 on yourself, and a Medica 3 on yourself. Everyone will be kicking back at good health. And keep doing this. I was hoping that wouldn't hit Linda. We need a Warcry. Warcry, please. Revenge. And Nectar. Nectar 2's fine. Nope, Dance one shot. That's amazing. Alright, let's use Revive on Gandra and keep spamming Revenge. Eventually she's going to get to a point where she does nothing but spam her heal skill. That is the point I'm trying to get her to. And she should start that sequence soon. Yes, she's going to start spamming that to death as we slowly whittle her health down. And then during this phase, we can revive everyone and get this fight over with. Try that again. And thus, we should be able to finish this fight without too many qualms. Let's get an Amrita. Yeah, she's going to start spamming that forever. So we are pretty much done with this fight, because we can damage her more than she can heal herself. So at this point, all we have to do is sling attacks her way, and she should die. And that's what it takes to face this fight. You might have to use some of your valuable items, but don't be afraid to. It's kind of necessary for chugging through this. And having to get level 1 Revenge just so I could start this, just to do this fight well. I can't imagine how hard this. Wow, killed Anna. I can't imagine how hard this fight would be without some sort of revenge. If you don't have revenge, this fight's going to be difficult. Extremely. So, here we go. That's all we need to do to finish her off. They don't give EXP. Oh, they do give EXP. And I missed out on a bunch of EXP. That's great. And you don't get to fight these guys ever again, so whatever EXP you get here is all you get. And we get access to the curse shot and her thing. Blood stains the white snow, and the pair crumbles to the floor before you. They gaze at you with stunned countenances, unable to believe what happened. Yes, we became very strong by facing the Hellion once and getting Anna pretty much almost dead. Yeah, that kind of helps a lot. Gaze to the sky and she mutters his words. Old marksman behind her breaks his silence to address your party. And you shall, however, I have one favor to ask. If you move onward, you will inevitably encounter the Ice Princess. You'll have to fight her, but if it was the ruler of the skies who put her in that state, for her sake, I want you to find that floating castle and that even we could not reach. And when you meet that overlord, kill him, in memory of all of his explorer's victims. The old marksman trails off, hanging his head. He places Anna on the still silent Orland's shoulder, leading her away into the snow. Battle against Guild Esbat is over. May continue from here or return to town and make preparations. Man, this fight is hard, and we kind of survived it after mucking around with level 1 Revenge, we have to face Hellion first in order to get level 1 Revenge, but I'm okay with that. Let's keep, we're gonna have to keep Anna at low standards as we continue exploration here. Everyone gained 2 to 1 levels, pretty much except for Anna, because she died. Let's see. Let's put our levels into... really do need Caduceus higher level, but Patrol, Caduceus... let's get Patrol higher levels. And then Eric is working on Magibaits? Or are we still not... okay, we're not quite done with Bait, so let's get Bait maxed. Gandra, you are working on All Slash. This has not changed. And that's it. And Jason gets his last level in... no, he gets to start on Strength Up. Fair enough. Get started on that. Alright, so Jason's going to be working on getting stronger. Anna's working on revenge. Linda is working on patrol one last time before returning back to Caduceus. Eric is working on Magibate next, and Gandra is still working on All-Slash. In case we were wondering where we were standing. Alright, well that finishes this fight. I don't think we can rematch this fight at all, but they only have one item drop, so don't worry about it too much. And they are 100% drops, so once again, don't worry about it too much. This room isn't going to be filled with anything later, so we're just going to color it in. And we're going to explore a little bit. Hopefully trying to get the shortcut over there, but I don't think it's going to be possible. The floor is a little bit too big. Let's see, but I'm gonna try anyway. We're gonna have to skill spam in order to not have to pay healing TP though, because we're pretty much out of healing TP. We do have a truckload of like Medicas on me though, so what do we have? Like a few Medica 3s, Medica 4s, MAOs, Warp Chimes, Therapes, items out the wazoo. So we should be okay. So let's go and see what it awaits us further in the floor. Let's do double snowbird sets. That Eric level 40. That was fast. Alright, Eric, what are you getting? You're getting your first level in Magibate, that's what you're getting. And anything else? No, not really. Good. Let's continue down this hallway. We should be entering yet another FOE filled section, filled with those flying FOEs which we love so much and have been seeing the entire stratum. So let us make our way down this hallway. FOE marker's starting to feel like it's going to go in hyper super active mode, and it should, because this little next section is up to going to Scylla. This next room isn't too terribly bad. I think I'm going to skim through this room and actually map it. The range on this hotshot is amazing. Yeah, I should go ahead and use an Amrita on Jason. Because we can buy Amritas now. No other reasons necessary. And it allows me to, you know, spam hotshot. So let's do that. And go and grab this treasure chest. This is only slightly annoying thanks to the blind side. Linda's dead. Wonderful. Viper, Tornado, Revenge, Snipe. This has not changed. Revenge is strong enough to take down the Warble, pretty much, so not worried about that. Or not, okay. Warble's still alive, Warble's still kicking face. Alright. Linda may as well stay dead. And Amrita too? Okay. An alright prize. Here. Use one hotshot one last time and we should be out of this room. Good enough. FOEs are everywhere. This is going to be a little bit of a pain to map, but as I said, I'm going to do it off screen just for convenience sake and because I want to get Scylla in episode 42. So, you know, a little bit of convenience, have the mid-boss and then have the actual boss. Let's go in here. And the way to Scylla is like right over here, like in this little vicinity. We'll do that like next episode. This leads up towards a dead end. I'm pretty confident, yeah. So yeah, this goes nowhere. And then this leads back to the shortcut nearby the geomagnetic pole, so you don't have to go to the Ardalin and Wilhelm room every time you want to come back. And as we get it, like so, and yeah, that's it. In between episodes, I'm going to map this entire FOE section. If there's another treasure, I'll notify you of it, but otherwise, we're pretty much done for the day. I'm also going to restore a lot of this stuff, because it's going to be clogging inventory otherwise. So, hey there everyone, this is Life. We faced Ardalin and Wilhelm today. Next time we're going to do Scylla. See you guys then.